Something that I've been waiting for the announcement on for a while now that hasn't been widely announced as yet, and that is the smart trainer that the UCI will be requiring all participants to use for their upcoming Cycling Esports World Championships being held on December 8th and 9th this year. Now the key date for this announcement was September 15th, that came and went, and here we are over a month later, and I found the information tucked away over on the UCI website. The silence on this is quite a surprise to me because I thought marketing was all about making loud noises and being noticed. This definitely has not. Okay, on to the details. On page 23 of the technical documentation, which was recently updated, Zwift are delighted to confirm that Garmin purchased tax last year, has been awarded the trainer sponsor category for the 2020 UCI Cycling Esports World Championships. The public announcement of this partnership will follow. Garmin Tax will be providing each rider in the event with a Tax Neo 2T smart trainer, a direct drive smart trainer, and all the associated accessories required to enable each athlete to compete on the same model of hardware wherever they are in the world. My guess was the Neo 2T back in mid-September, and I got that one right. So my take on why they've gone with Tax Garmin and the Neo 2T trainer. First up, existing commercial arrangements with the UCI. Tax have been an official supplier of trainers for the UCI World Road Championships, the real-life championships, for a while, and they're also a partner of the UCI World Cycling Centre. So there's existing commercial arrangements already there between Tax and the UCI. Secondly, in 2020, availability of direct drive smart trainers has been troublesome. They're in high demand, and as such, a supply of 200 plus direct drive smart trainers for this event could have been a factor in the decision to go with Tax for this trainer. A side note is the cost involved here. Now there are 200 plus trainers. The Neo 2T has a retail value of around $1,400 US, meaning there is $280,000 worth of smart trainers being distributed around the world for this one event. Well, there are two races, there's the men's and the women's race, but it's just one event, $250,000. That's big stuff. Okay, the technology used, the Neo 2T, if you're not familiar with this, it comes in a somewhat compact box, so it's easy to ship. It's definitely not the size of a smart bike. Power accuracy plus or minus 1% claimed from Tax. No spin down or calibration required, it just works out of the box. A maximum of 25% gradient simulation on the Neo 2T, which means there's more than enough for the courses selected for the esports world. That's also an indication of the brake force strength, so that's up to 2200 watts with the newly designed magnets on the Neo 2T. Now the Neo 1 and Neo 2 did have some virtual tire slip under some circumstances. 2T has that sorted for the stronger riders. It also supports quick release and through axle out of the box, so compatible with almost any bike. The Neo 2T direct drive smart trainer has been available for over 12 months now, which has given Tax enough time to iron out any initial bugs with the unit and also refine that firmware, which they have done. Here's a recent ride in the Llama Lab, all looking pretty good up against the Asioma Duos, and my PRL half ride too, up against the Asioma Duos, looking good there too. So is the Zwift/UCI decision to use the 2T a huge endorsement of this trainer? Maybe. I think it's probably more to do with the commercial arrangements that were already in place there with the UCI. Look, given everyone's on the same hardware anyway, they could have easily used the Kicker 2020, maybe the Kicker Core, the Dorado XR or the Saris H3. Putting everyone on the same hardware levels the playing field anyway. And finally today, there's been some discussion online around that plus or minus 1% power accuracy number, be that from a trainer or a power meter. Is that accurate enough to define a world champion in a sport that is won or lost most of the time by less than 1%? Well, it's the best we have at the moment, and leveling the playing field with everybody using the same smart trainer and power source or power measuring device, that's the best you're going to get. My question is more around network latency. Everybody will be competing in this event from their homes. From here in the Llama Lab, I won't be competing, but my network test to the Zwift game server was 250 milliseconds, so a quarter of a second ping time there and back to the server. How does my game experience and my race results in very close races compare to somebody out of the US with maybe double-digit or single-digit millisecond ping times? We just don't know. That all comes down to the game code, which we don't have any visibility of for verification. So that's definitely an area that will need to be looked at very, very carefully if we're going to be dishing out a lot of money for these wins and world titles. Interesting stuff. Okay, we'll wrap this one up for today. I'm sure this is going to create a lot of interesting discussion, so let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, if you found this informative, give it a thumbs up. To support the channel, hit that subscribe button. To take that support to the next level, hit that join button. It's much appreciated.